anything we learned, we probably forgot a little bit of. So,
Yep,
it might be good to like review it.
that's great. Yeah, that's what I say. Oh my gosh, what? Did use. So, okay. So, firstly, to share some, just like with you, what we learned up to now, especially from the first grade to fifth grade. Firstly, we learn the numbers, right? We learn numbers. Numbers. Everyone know numbers. From beginning, it's called natural numbers, right? Numbers. Natural numbers, including from 1, 2, 3. This everyone know here, right? Everyone from the beginning of the preschool, from the kindergarten, already learn numbers. That's no problem. We call this one called natural number, right? All right. First question. Did you guys do these kinds of things? Do we graph linear line? Graph the natural numbers. So suppose we have 0 here. Natural numbers from 1, 2, 3, 4. The thing described based on these numbers, right? You can order them from 1 to 5, 1 and 2, 3, and 4, right? You can graph it like this. You guys make orders like, and do you know what this n would be? What this number would be if they go to the right hand? So the orders, the left part is the smaller, right? The left part is smaller. The right part is the bigger, right? The right part is the bigger one, right? Is it correct? When most of orders from in our left hand part is smaller, smaller numbers. In the right hand is bigger numbers, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, they will move forward. The right, the bigger. And this end we call the positive infinity. Did you guys learn about this number? Positivity. Right? Okay. So all the natural numbers you can find from this linear line every time. In near future, we will use these kinds of called graphing methods, graph methods, okay? So all the natural numbers we can find from the above 0, right? 0 is right here. So the natural numbers plus 0 numbers, 0. Here is the 0, right? We find the 0. We know the natural numbers. We know the 0 numbers. We call this group number called whole number, right? Whole number. Whole numbers, including 0 to 1, 2, 3, 0, and all natural numbers called whole numbers. So after that, we also learn, did you guys learn negative numbers? Did you ever guys learn negative numbers? So the left of, before the left of 0 will be negative numbers, right? So will be -1 here. Did you guys learn negative numbers ever? You can talk, you can speak. If you don't know, just talk it out, all right? Ask questions. Did you guys learn negative numbers? Everyone learn negative numbers before?
I did. Yeah. Yes.
What about the person right now mentioned in the 5th grade? I think that's one of you guys say in the 5th grade. I cannot remember who exactly in the 5th grade. I'm sorry. So this is the -1, right? And -2, and -3, and -4, and -5, right? This is whole negative numbers. And in the right part is the positive numbers. In the middle here is 0. So all the numbers here we call whole number, right? And Brian, can you keep quiet, please? Thank you. So this is a whole number. All right. Other than the whole numbers, so we know the natural numbers, 0, and negative numbers. And here we call whole numbers. Other than that, we also learn fractions. You definitely learn fractions, right? Fractions. What a fractions number could be like half, right? 1/3, right? Right? Or maybe 4/5. These fractions. Any numbers. Fractions made of what? Made of the decimal. I'm sorry. Made of the denominator and numerator, and with the divide in between, right? All right. So these all fraction numbers can be changed into decimals, right? Right? All fraction numbers can change into decimals, right? And decimals, we also talked about many different decimals here, right? Decimals including some of the decimals can change into fractions, but not all. Not all decimals can change into fractions, right? All right. So decimals including what? Decimals made of like say 1.2, right? 1.3. These kinds of have decimal. Which the number? Have the decimal. This is not whole number. So this whole number plus fraction plus decimals, they will be changed. They will be, we call this number is what? Called radical number. Radical number. I'm sorry, I'm rational number. Rational number. Rational number. Some of the decimals. Some of the decimal here, I would point out. Did you guys remember pi? Did you ever learn pi?
Yeah.
Pi, what pi represent to? 3.1415926. Right? That's long numbers. Some of them can remember very long of them. But this number cannot change into the fraction, right? So we use the specific syllables and symbols to represent it. We call pi. Pi belongs to decimals. They cannot change into fractions, but all the fractions can change into the decimals, right? Another number, like say, another number you also maybe learn is square root 2. Did you learn square root 2? Anyone learn square root 2, like a square root?
Yeah.
You mean just square roots?
Yeah, square root 2. Have you learned square root 2? Square.
Do the
No.
raise your hand thing.
No, you can talk. Don't need to raise hand. Just talk. I need you guys talk and communicate.
Yes.
Square root 2 equal what?
I think it was like 1.414 something.
Yep, that's right. The square root 2 is also a number. They can transfer to decimals, but the numbers is not repeatable pattern, right? So we use the square root directly to describe this number. We call this number also belongs to decimals. But like this number, pi and square root 2, we call it irrational number. Irrational number. all right? Irrational number. Okay, so up to now, when you guys maybe learn this pretty much, this number. Okay, so other than that, we know this is all about numbers. We learn whole number, zero, negative number, fractions, and decimals. And of course, decimals sometimes can transfer into the percentage, proportion, right? We talk a little, these kinds of concept a little bit later. So at least I make sure you guys learn this one from the grade 1 to grade 5. Okay. So other than that, you guys definitely learn ratios and proportions. Did you learn ratios and proportions? Yeah. Okay. That's what I mentioned. Say ratio, something like, say, I give quick example here. Say 1/2, 1/2. 1/2 equals also can transfer to, right? 2/4. This is proportion, right? Right? It's can change. And also measurements. When you guys do a lot of learn about measurements, about use the different units, like the time, clock, day, about the distance, about miles, meters, centimeters, millimeters. Right? This one you definitely use about the time, about the day, hours, minutes, seconds. Okay, about distance about miles, kilometers, right? Meters, centimeters, right? Millimeters, all right? And maybe you learn nanometers. And of course, the percentage, this one you definitely also learn. And right now we're talking about fraction and decimals, right? We also learn about the numbers property. All right, something like say negative numbers, they are absolute value. Do you guys remember absolute value? If the number inside is positive number, absolute values, if say absolute value, if the positive number, their absolute value is itself, right? If the number is a negative number, their absolute value would be opposite to itself, right? So it's also, so something like -2, absolute value would be -2, right? Okay, another thing you guys maybe learn already, like let me quick example about factoring. Did you guys learn factoring? Yeah. Yeah, you guys learn factoring. All right, let me give say factoring examples here. Say, let me give quick example. 8 can be factored into 2 times 2 times 2, right?
Yes.
Yeah, like 15. You can factor into 3 times 5, right? What about 36? Maybe you can be factored into 4 times 9, or you can factor into 2 times 2 times 3 times 3, right? Or you can 4 times 2, say 2 times 18, or you can also factor into 3 times 12, right? You can also factor into many different, like this is a they have multi-factors. So if you factor into the simplified factor, there would be 2 times 2 times 3 times 3, right? So factor. We will use these kinds of property of number in our algebra. So I just review what we learned before, all right? So real number orders, we learn, right? We talked a little bit right now. And their properties like this one, like factors and rationals. We also talked about radicals and irrational. All right, so that's what we learned before. That's the basic knowledge we needed before we beginning to the algebra. So we will spend some time in near future talking about exponent and of course we talked about the algebra expressions. And that's the main thing we will learn. This week, this quarter, we will focus on this part, all right? All right, I think I talk a little bit quicker already. So let's have a quick placement text. I know text looks everyone scared text, right? So let's
I'm not scared. I'm not scared at all.
Yeah, let's
I'm
do some
actually
quick.
confident.
You don't worry. Let's not too much. Not too much. I think that's not too much scary about text. All right, let's see this one. Let me open this text. Can you guys prepare a notebook and pencils and let's do quick text. Let's not take it too long. Let me share screen here first. Where can I find? To the show all windows. All right. All right. Can you guys see my screen about? Let me put a full thing here.
It's really blurry.
Yeah, it's really blurry.
Okay. Just wait a minute. Maybe the file is too big. Can you see my screen now?
Yeah.
Still blurry.
Okay, let me copy here. Still blurry? You cannot see anything?
I can see everything
Still blurry.
on your screen right now.
All right. What about this one?
This one is okay.
All right. See this one. Take your notebook out. Text here.
I still can't see.
Can you see my PowerPoint screen? Say placement text there.
It's still really blurry.
I mean, it looks good for me.
I can see it.
I mean, it looks good for me. What's wrong with it?
Yeah, same.
Okay, take a notebook. Do
It's still blurry for me.
But it's probably because you have like an iPad instead of a computer, like all of, you know.
It's not blurry, just lagging.
Yeah, itself,
No,
maybe because I scanned it, it's take a little
I'm
bit.
trying to focus.
All right, take a notebook out. Do this, do this calculation first. Come on.
Still can't see.
You cannot see. Then how can I finger the problem?
Yeah, everything's blurred.
I can see everything.
Nothing's
just fine.
laggy. I can read placement test, but the rest of the things I can't read.
Okay, let me forget it. So look, looks like the placement text cannot be moved forward on.
Oh my god, where did they go? I was in the middle of doing it.
All right, what about
The
this?
graphics are
What about this one? Can you see my screen right now?
Yeah.
Can you see it here?
Yeah, I can
Blurry.
see the last one.
Are we just gonna
This
like
one. Do we need to this one too?
Oh, it's a
we see
little
the-
better, but still blurry.
Yeah, you can read it. Just do this one quickly, can you?
Okay.
I'll
I'll
do this
just
one.
do
And then we
now
review
I
together.
It's not blurry for me.
All right.
这个看得见吗？
怎么看得见？
这个看得清楚吗？我
看不清楚。看不清楚，你用那个用电脑。
要打开电脑。
what's that black thing blocking the screen?
Yeah.
I did
Somebody-
you copy
Okay, I'm
those
going.
Okay.
I'm gonna come back on a computer.
Okay, I will let you in. Maybe your screen is too small.
Hold on.
Maybe it's not easy to see. Here, give you guys 5 minutes, okay?
I still haven't wrote anything down.
Okay,
I still haven't wrote anything down
okay.
because
Take your time.
my mom is getting on the computer for me.
All right.
The meeting, 你用的这个 code why I cannot get in?
My mom can't get on the computer.
A computer.
Or the
What
code is not
I'll
right.
send this one to your email.
Okay, I will check the
Because you
email.
call for number 124 ah.
Wait a minute.
Why you can log in from the iPad? Why cannot log in from here?
Happens to my computer as well. Sometimes use the different iPad, it not works very well.
Yeah,
And the
it's
iPad,
still
try
really
different iPad.
blurry. Can't see.
Yeah, I try use the computer.
See, this is why I asked for your iPad. Your iPad is much better in graphics.
I told you the computer works better.
But you still wanted me to use the iPad.
Bro, can you mute yourself?
You could stop arguing there.
I'll just mute it. I finished.
All right. How is everything going?
Good.
The
Not the best. I just
这是什么？
doing good.
Good.
No,
Okay.
no, it's not
So
good.
if you guys finished, you can take a 5 minutes break and then come back. We'll review this one. If you're not finished, and continue. All right.
Okay.
Something covered the question. What's that?
Oh, sorry for that one. I try to unmute you guys, make sure you guys can see. What about now? You guys can see the screen now better?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Blurry
give
for
you
me.
5 more minutes, come back 3:48.
wait, what?
If you finished, you can take a break for 5 minutes, come back 3:48.
So do we just stop the video and mute or?
Yeah, you can unmute yourself. I mean, if you didn't finish, you continue until you finished. So we try to come back to after the break, review all this after break, all right? All right, what about this one? This one, 118. Let me clean the screen first. Let me clean screen first, make sure that it looks not so busy, all right? All right, we go this one. So here is
1500.
decimal, negative decimal time together. So here became positive, right? Negative time negative became positive. 0.15, right? Right.
I got the wrong idea, actual 0.
Okay, all right. Everyone have the same answers with me?
Yeah.
All right, great.
No.
All right, let's see 119. 119. What are your answers of this one? I need someone to give me answers. I think it's
16.
so here about a sequence, right? As sometimes I saw people do this first. Be careful.
Even if you do
That's
that,
not correct, right?
Still be the same answer.
Be careful, be careful. Yeah.
Well, that means I meant to
You
say
need to do the sequence. You need to calculate this part first,
yeah.
right? So you got a 4. You got a 4. 4 times 4. So final answer will be 16 here. All right. All right. So let's see 120. So here related to, we call the exponent. Exponent.
Also 16.
So here means what? If you rewrite this one here means -2 times -2 times -2 and times -2, right? Like -2 times by themselves 4 times. So what's the answer of the final?
16 again.
16, right? 16. All right, so this part will be easy part and the next will be maybe challenging part. Let's see next. The 121. So which part need to calculate first? Let me write here, let me go here. So it's -3, right? We need to do this part first, need a time first, time part first. So this is equals to -3 plus 18, right? We do this first. The same here. Need a plus 12, the denominator and numerator. So you can find the denominator became -3. The numerator is 15. So you got a -5, right? Is this super easy for you guys?
It is quite easy if I
Fine.
So,
Okay.
so the answer here is -5. Right? Did your answer is -5?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Great.
I
Any questions?
no.
not for me.
Great, great. If you have questions, please bring it up, all right? All right, let's see next one. Let's see next one. Let me erase this part first.
9.
The screen is a little bit cleaner. All right. Okay, so let's see this one.
9.
So here, which one need to do first? Inside parentheses, inside the bracket, right? So here you need to do this part first. Equals 5 plus, this is just copy down first, right? You need to do the inside the bracket first, right? Inside the parentheses, here it became 2 square minus 2, right? So you can get 5 plus 2, here is 4 minus 2, right? So here equals 2. So here becomes 2 times 2 equal 9, and 2 times 2 equal 4. 5 plus 4 equal 9, right? So final answer should be 9. You see correct? Okay, very great, very great. All right, let's see then this one next. So this one do the fraction operation. When they do the divide, we need to flip it over, right? Flip over. So this one divide, change into multiply, they will be flip over the divide part, right? So here became 4 and here became 3. So the rest we do the calculation. Yeah, so here you can take it off 2, right? So here became 2. So here became 5, -5 over 6. Is it correct? Is it? Is your answer match up mine?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I still hear someone say yes. Please answer. I not try to check each student. Please be focused. All right, let's see the last one. Last one here. Maybe you guys didn't do this one.
I did, and I figured.
All right, so let's do here together. Do here together. So which one need to calculate first? This part, right?
Yeah.
And also the absolute and the times one. All right, so here is equals to negative 15 plus 16, right? Plus 9. That's the denominator. 10 minus 10. So
Not a real number.
So here you find the denominator, it became 0. Right? The denominator became 0. Let's make it no solutions, right?
And not a real number.
Yep, no solution. We say no solution.
Undefined.
Okay. All right. So here we say no solutions. So all this one we just based on what we learned earlier. We're including the numbers, fractions. We're also including the absolute value, exponent, as well as the calculation sequence. We all use these kinds of concepts in our algebra. So let's go through next. So actually algebra will be introducing some variable here, right? Let me go back clear here first. So just like what are we doing here? We know this one got answers, all right? We know this one got answers. Say negative 14 minus 20 equal negative 6. What's the algebra? Algebra means something, when something is already told you, say 40 minus 20, and you give the solutions. But what about now, right now say 40 minus what equal negative 6? They try to introduce in this call. Did you know this one call? We call it unknown, right? Unknown number. Unknown number. We also call it variables. We don't know what's that. So we use the X, like a curious or mysterious number. We call it unknown number, or use as symbol X, we call mysterious number. We don't know what's that. So 14 minus what equal negative 6, equal negative 6. I know you everyone knows, say, okay, we got here is 20. But how we got that one, right? Just like they introduce, when something was told, you say, your mommy give you, your mommy give you $20. You don't know how much you spend it. And finally, in my pocket is only left $6. How much you spend it? Just something like this. So your mom give you $20 and you go outside, spend here, spend there. I don't know how much, where you spend it on. You maybe buy some ice cream, you buy some hamburgers, something, or maybe buy some drink. And finally, you left $6 in your pocket. So the question is how much money you spend in this program. You buy your food, right? So you can see easily find out is X, what the X equals to. If you build this kind of equation, algebra equation. So this is the mysterious comes from, right? Because of this one, just give you basic idea what math can help you solve the problem. So you can see X what x can get to? I know you guys can say this one you easily can get is 14, right? 14. How did 14 come from? How did 14 come from? You can say both sides I minus 6, right? Both sides plus x. So we use some property of calculation. When the equation both sides plus the same number, and when both sides minus the same number, the equation was not changing. Some of the property, we call it commutative properties, right? So you can get x. So here, 6 minus 6, you got a 0, right? And negative x plus positive x, you got 0, right? So finally, left part, you got 14, and right part, you got the x. So you build the equation is finally got is x equal 14. X equal 14. So you spend $14 like this. So the same here, same, we go back to see this question. So 14 minus what equal negative 16? We just come back from here, right? So you can find, say, okay, both side minus 14, right? So you can got a negative x equal negative 20, right? Please unmute yourself if you don't. Please be focused here, right? Focus here. All right. So we know that one x here, say negative x equal negative 20, right? X here equals negative 20. Both side divide negative 1, right? So you can get x equal 20. You can see we always use the kinds of calculations what we learned before. But at the same time, we introducing some variables. All right, variables. Okay, so that's the basic part what we will talk about. So algebra will be talking about x, just like these unknown things, how we handle these unknown numbers when we're introducing x. Let me give another example here. Let me save a picture here first. All right. So let's see this one. So you know that 4 times negative 20, right? Equal negative 80. Please unmute your music in the background if you guys.
Just mute, Preston.
All right, so you can see this one. Say 4 times what? 4 times negative 20 equal negative 80. All right, so if I say 4 times an unknown number, 4 times what equal negative 20? You guys maybe already know answer x equal negative 20. So if I didn't tell you this initially, if nobody told you this initially, so how you get these answers, right? So x, so you can say both sides divide 4, both sides divide 4, and then you got x equal negative 20. Similarly here, in near future, we will go to very complicated cases. You know now this answer here say negative 2 power of 4 got 16. So say negative 2 power what equals 16. All right. So this is just a quick example. We didn't go that far. We didn't go that far. We will go that far in near future. But right now, I just give you a basic idea. Say negative 2 power what equal 16. So we know 16, actually, we can rewrite it into 2 power 4, right? And this one, or you can say rewrite it into negative 2 power 4, negative 2x power 4. So you can say x equal 4, right? What about this extension to like this? X, what x power 4 equals 16? Right, so we also definitely can gotta say, it can be say 2 power 4 equals 16. We also can say negative 2 power 4 can get 16. So x can be equal 2 or negative 2, right? Right? We have 2 possible situations. So x can be 2 and x can be negative 2. The power 4 can get, both can get 16. So have 2 different solutions, right? The same thing here, same thing. I will give more example here. Let me take. So you guys know this one equal what? Right now, what do you guys got? What do you guys got? 6, right? So if here is x, was this has mystery here. So time x equal. So can you get this one x come out of here? Right? So you can both sides divide. So just here, just give our basic idea, say, if some of the numbers already unknown, how can you get the find the solutions? Find the solutions. So this is the unknown things. So algebra just give our idea, just like initially have unknown thing was introduction, how we get the solutions. So looks like it's the reverse process, right? Looks like it's a reverse process to find the solutions. Reverse process. So x, both sides, we can say both sides, we make the both side times this reverse, make it became the coefficient of this one, make it 1. So it's times 5/8, right? So this is the reverse one. This both side time, right? So after that, this part became 1, right? This part became 1. The coefficient here became 1. 1 times x. What about right part? The right part that you can got here, right? Here is 3, here is 4. We take off the common factors, and negative times negative became positive, right? So here became 4/3, right? 4/3. So you can see times 4/3 equals negative 5/6, right? It makes sense. We can check it. We can check it here, right? So here is makes sense because the left part equal 5/6 and right part equal this part. So left and right, they are equal. So making this equation make sense. So x equal this one is reasonable. It's reasonable. It's reasonable. All right. So what are we talking about here? You can see algebra is not so mysterious, right? They are introducing x. Actually, it's just like we try to get the solution in the reverse process, right? Let's see quick examples. I know you guys learned in the Jessica's class, definitely learn this. Most of you guys learn this. I don't know everyone learned this before, but I think it should be. Most of people get these answers easily. You can see this one. So what we try to say, what number? X is unknown number, right? Unknown number here. And plus 7 equals 10. So everyone can get an answer here quickly, right? You guys can unmute yourself and answer me, all right? All right, so what X can get here, I know a lot of people can get it here quickly.
3.
Number plus 7 equal 10, right? So you can say get what? So X plus 7. This is ask you, say, what number plus 7 can equal 10? So what the number? What the number becomes X, right? We don't know what's the number. And plus 7 equal 10. So you can say, a lot of people can get answers already, right? Your answer is 3 here. So how you get a 3? We can say both sides minus 7, right? So here became 0, here became 3, right? So X equal 3. So you can get these answers quickly, right? The same here, same like this number, right? So what number plus 14 got a 25? You can say X equal, all right, we just both sides minus 14. So you can get it, X got 11. We can check it. 11 plus 14 equal 25, right? So the same for the rest of the examples. Let me pick one of the examples here. Say, what number minus negative 9.2 equal negative 6.8? So you can say both sides. Let me rewrite this one first. So both sides you can plus minus 2 plus 9.2, right? So this one became 0, right? So finally left part equals t. What about right part? What about right part? Right part you can say 9.2 minus 6.8. So equal 2.4, right? So t equal 2.4. Let's see. That's super easy, right? This one doesn't have any mystery. They just give you expression, say what number. You introducing the unknown number first, and then you build these kinds of equation, algebra expression and equation. And then you find the solutions. All right. Okay. So algebra is not so challenging. Let me give some examples. Say, what is something in our real life relative algebra? Maybe say, let's give some examples here. Say, your mom bring you outside to buy some food, some apples, and today they have 20% discount. So initially this apple is $2 per pound. All right, but today have like 20% discount. So how much money you save each pound if you want to buy? So you know that, right? So you know that, say $2 per pound. Right now I have 20% discount, right? So each pound you saved 40 cents, right? So if you say, if someone, this example, go back here, say, this apple have 20% discount. And each pound you can save the $0.4. How much money each pound initially? Right, so the question go back to here. So this apple have 20% discount. After discount, you saved $0.4 per pound. How much, what's the price of this apple initially? So you can say 20% discount, initially price is unknown. After discount, you saved 40 cents per pound. So you can got a what? You can got back here, say, right? You can got to say $0.4, $0.4 over 20%. So how much money it would be? So here is the 0.4 over 0.2, right? So you got 2. So it means this apple initially is $2 per pound, right? Okay. The same thing, something like, say, another examples. Say your daddy drive outside to refill gas oil. And you see the gas oil prices is $1.8 per gallon, all right, per gallon. And he totally finally see the receipt, say charged $36. How much gallon they fill?
Oh, wait.
Right? So you can see time X. You don't know how each gallon is $1.8 and times X gallon they filled in, your daddy filled in the car and finally charged you that $36. So X would be what? It'll go back to $36 over $1.8 per gallon, right? So you got 36 divide 1.8, you got $20, 20 gallons, sorry, 20 gallons, right? Right. So you will find out, actually, we often use some X here. So what does X come from? Come from unknown thing, right? Come from unknown thing. Come from, so these kinds of examples all come our lives. We will use these kinds of example in near future. All right, let me give another examples. Say you guys maybe already do a geometry. Say let's rectangles. So this side is X. You don't know what this side will be. And you don't know, they told you this side is 10 meters and the other side was X meters. But we know the totally area of this rectangular would be 200 square meters. So can you find out what side of this side? What's the distance of this side? So the area we call the rectangular area will be one side times to the adjacent side, right? So here is X. So we suppose here, whenever rectangular, right? If one side is A, the other side is B, this area will be A times B, right? So you can see in this rectangular area, so will be equals to what? The area will be equals to this side times this side, right? You don't know X meter, right? Here you say 200 square meter. So equals 10, the 10 times X square meters. The square meter is a unit. Here is the unit. We can take it off. So finally go back to build the equation is 200 equal 10x, right? So x got what? Both sides divide 20. Both sides divide 10. So you got 20. So this side is 20. But what I'm drawing definitely is this side is smaller than this one, but actually it should be longer than this one, right? So here is 20 meters. And here is 10 meters. So the area of this rectangular is 200 square meter. Right, so you can find out these answers. So what the most important, what are we today talking about is say, we introducing X. They have some coefficient in front, something like here, say 10X. We call this is a term, right? It's called term. So next week we're talking about term, right? So this week we just stop here first. And I will send you guys homework. Let's continue practice about operations, about numbers, about fractions, about decimals, and the calculation sequence. Right? So that's all for today. And we're basically introducing these kinds of terms, algebra term. All right, please don't draw it on the screen.
Who's a
Any questions to this part?
nope.
No, not really.
All right. Today we just basically we review what we learned before, and then we try to introduce in some variable x and how it's related to our earlier calculations. So I didn't try to give you guys too much challenge, but it's just give you a basic idea. Algebra is not too mysterious. It's not challenging. It's really easy part to begin with. All right. All right. So see you next week. Let's stop here.
Bye.
All right. Have a good day, everyone.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Talk to you later.